Hey everybody, Pelicantacos here! We are here doing a base build on Townhall 9. This is the base that I use to get to Titan. And let's get right to it. I will kind of guide you through exactly all the little processes and things that I'm going to be doing, but I won't be talking too much, but I will definitely at least give you an idea of how things rolled out and my explanation for everything. So now that farming is dead, you got to keep your town hall in the middle, and as a town hall 9, I wanted my base to be as impenetrable as possible and to have them get the town hall in the middle as opposed to on the outside. Maybe, if you've done some 30%er bases or anything like that, that's not what I was looking for. I knew that if people were going to find me, they were going to do their best to 100% my base because of my town hall 9 being up this high. If you find a town hall 9, man, that's what you want to get, right? That's what I know. All the Town Hall 10s, Town Hall 9s, that's what I was attacking. Once the update came out for the better bases and things like that, killing farming, Town Hall 9s are the ones that you want. So for the most part, you put your Town Hall right in the middle there, and we'll be going around the walls. Air Sweeper, Clan Castle Troops, Tesla right there in the middle. Get your king right there in the middle, just past the town hall as well. Air defenses, I like to have it in the middle as possible. I like to have all of the air traps, bombs, mines, all that kind of stuff in the middle as well. Putting air defenses near Teslas is a good thing for me too. I really, really enjoy having that. And expos in the middle as well. As a lousy mini Town Hall 9, you do get only 2 expos, and it does throw your base off quite poorly. But you know what? You just deal and use them because the black ones look sweet in my opinion. So throwing some of my collectors and mines in the middle as well, just for ease and hit points of troops coming in there and taking a little bit more time. Once they get past the outer layer there, they'll get in and they'll have some more damage that they'll have to get after. So archer towers, I really like putting my archer towers on the outside just because they're able to get the troops as they're coming in, no matter how quickly they bring them in, whether they're right up next to the building or they're bringing them in from around the edge. And you'll see more about that here in just a bit as we go along. But air defenses, I do kind of put them in a rhombus diamond formation, one up top, one left, one right, and one bottom. Air sweepers brushing out and brushing in. I'll put the other air sweeper here in just a second, but get my queen right close to the middle as much as possible, and then do try to keep the gold storages and elixir collectors separate from each other, but for a couple of the compartments, they've got to be together for the most part. You do not want to have all of your storages, all your collectors, everything in one compartment. Otherwise, you are just really, really tempting people to come in my opinion, to get all your stuff, come in and take you out, man, and that won't be any good. So, all right, get another archer tower on the outside, and since I have a few walls left, I do separate them off a little bit more, just like here I did with the archer tower as well as the wizard tower too. So, bombs I try to put inside the walls. I like it when they are they've gotten a little bit of damage from coming in on the outside buildings, and then they get in there, and then the bomb just destroys them all. So, all right, so there is like I said earlier, my air bombs, I like to put them near the air defenses just because I don't know, it just makes sense to me to put them near there. So my base is not very spread out. I don't really enjoy doing spread out bases as well. I like to keep my decorations on the outside, and especially being a Town Hall 9, there's not much I can do for that. So I want to keep everything compact so that the most damage is given out to all of the troops that are coming in. So, all right, it is fairly symmetrical for the most part. For those of you guys who are OCD, you're not going to like it too much, but it does have a little bit of a symmetry feel to it. So there it is. All right, getting a few more. This is my last major compartment, I believe. My gold there, cannon, the rest of the walls. And oops, I ran out of walls. So let's talk about this. One of the things, as you're upgrading walls, I like to put the stronger walls on the inside. As you notice, the level 10 walls are encompassing the main clusters on the inside. And then If you are starting to upgrade, what I like to do is I upgrade all of the intersections first, and then I upgrade, walls in between and so forth. But once you got that inner compartment all good and golden with the lava or whatever walls you're working on, I would highly recommend going with the corners, because that's where the wall breakers go. They go after the corners, as and then put them in the middle as well, which you'll see. I'll start doing that from here on out, because I have most of just my outer walls done, but I'm sitting at, I think it was like 100 to 150, somewhere around there, so almost halfway done with my lava walls. Loving it. So really, really good. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm just taking out each of the corners, taking out the 9 corners and putting in 10 in there, so that they have a little bit more reinforcement as, guys try to attack the walls and the wall breakers are hitting them. So okay, so does that give me enough? It does give me enough there. And then let's see what else we have. Okay, just looking for my last bombs here. I got a couple more bombs. I would highly recommend for the skellies, the Flying Larrys, put those as air. I think that makes a big difference at this point, putting them in as air. They just distract really big time. We got enough guys on the ground, I think, in my opinion, so I really like using them for the air. Army camps, keep everything pretty close together on the outside. I like putting my barracks together so that I know which ones I'm boosting, and I try to put them in order as well, of which ones are training and so forth. So army camps are going in these big old gutters here, and then the rest of the collectors and mines will go on the outside. Try to space them 1 to 2 apart, butt it up against the walls, and notice what I'm doing is my spring traps. Put those in the corner. That's going to really mess people up if they are bringing in wall breakers. And most of the time people bring in the exact right amount of wall breakers that they need, and you throw a spring trap right there in the corner on a wall breaker, and boom, he is gone. A giant is gone. Golemite is gone. Any of those guys are gone if they're taking off the corner they're trying to get in to, say, that archer tower or so forth. So really like putting the spring traps in the corner. I think that is probably the best way to go. So depending on where your extra builder hut is, if you have 5 builder huts, I just throw one in right there, or where I put one of my extra walls. So, right, put in the rest of the bombs. I only have torches for decoration, so I don't have to worry too much about that. And obviously that's going to be up to you in a matter of opinion. And look at my last orange air in there. And then this has been my signature move. I know, man, I can't imagine what you guys are thinking when you say, hey, you put your dark elixir there. But for the most part, guys, I throw my dark elixir there and I put my Tesla up there as a distraction. The Tesla is guarded by a torch, and people aren't able to see that until the 51%. So it stays hidden up there, and for the most part, it is far enough away from those other buildings to get popped up. So my biggest thing I like is the dark elixir on the left. And I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but let me go into my explanation a little bit more and reasoning for that. It's a lure. It's a temptation for people to come in there and to say, hey, he has got a ton of dark elixir, especially in the drills. You got to leave it in the drills because they're obviously able to get a lot more from there. But it tempts people higher up to come in and get as much dark elixir as possible, even if they're willing to only take or get 2 to 4, 6 trophies from you, depending on where they are at, whether in Champions or Titan, the minimum base. So right now I think it's a lure. I had the Tesla right there as well because that attracts golems. It attracts any of those troops that go after defensive buildings because they don't see it there. Had plenty of golems at least get half of their HP destroyed because of the fact that they had to go after that Tesla. So for the most part, this is my base, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This is the one that got me to Titans, but like, subscribe, comment, do what you do to the videos, and share this with your friends everywhere. Pelicantacos out.